with Moto Freight, proud sponsors of Under the Visor.
My name's Stephen Marsh. I've got a passion for biking and I've also got a passion for wildlife, particularly whales, dolphins and porpoises. And I'm planning to get out in the world next year to see as many species as I can from a standing start on a trip called Around the World in 80 Whales. No, it's definitely not the country, it's the whales with the H. I've been working for charities now for about 12 years. And one of them, the first one that I worked for, was a whale and dolphin survey charity. So we train people to go out to sea and do surveys on ferries and cruise ships, looking at whale populations. Then I got a job with a rescue charity in the UK, so we rescue whales, dolphins and porpoises. So for the last dozen years, every day of my life has been focused on those animals, on marine mammals. The great thing is there are only 89 species in the world. I've probably seen about half of them already, but the plan is to use that really is an excuse to get around the world and go to some far-flung places to see as many as I can again from a standing start. Well, obviously there's a lot of land involved because I'm going to have to go overland to get from A to B. On the sea trips then I'll be, hopefully part of it is not just seeing the animals, but it's going and meeting the people who rescue them, who research them, who act in conservation for them as well. So I'm going to be creating a bit of a blog and a little bit of awareness for projects all around the world as well, hopefully. So I should be getting out with them in their boats possibly, but also going out on whale watching trips. I give lectures on cruise ships already about wildlife, so if there's a big trip that I need to do, like South Africa to South America, I don't really want to pay for it. So I'm going to try and get a gig on a cruise ship as a lecturer, do it that way, and obviously that gives me the opportunity to look out for whales and dolphins on the trip as well. But in terms of the overland stuff, this is going to take me into quite a few different areas. I'll probably start in New Zealand, have a few months there, into Australia, maybe out to Indonesia. I've got to get up into China, got to get into Bangladesh, got to get into Nepal. Close to home Africa, I've got to do most of the African countries, or the South African countries anyway. South America, Orinoco, Amazon, Chile, the whole lot. Got to get down to Antarctica, got to get up to the Arctic. So you can see it's going to be all over the place. Bit of a spaghetti junction really. I don't know. I'm going to leave my bike at home, probably sell it, because I haven't got any money. I've got to sell up before I go out there. I haven't got any free flow money anyway. So the idea, because of not problems, but all of the eccentricities, if you like, of getting bikes into New Zealand, getting bikes into Australia and all of that sort of stuff, and carnets and all that sort of stuff, I thought I'd start off by going to New Zealand, buying a bike, second-hand bike in New Zealand, running it for a few months, selling it, going to Oz, doing the same there, and then gradually I'll get a lot of experience on a lot of different bikes. That will be part of the adventure because I never know what I'm going to turn up with next. Some of the areas I might look at sponsorship, if there's any sponsorship going, but it's really difficult to get from unless you're taking it all the way around the world. I do wonder about getting maybe a Honda CRF 250 Rally, or my ideal bike would be the CCM 450 GP or GP450, but they're like hen's teeth. That one I probably would take around the world with me, but at the moment I'm on a Beamer, too big, I can't even pick it up. So I want lightweight bikes and whatever's needed for that bit of the country that I'm going to be going through and see how it goes. Well, this is a life change for me. So it could be, I'm budgeting 2 years at least. As I say, I don't think I'm going to see everything I want to see. So even when I finish that 2 years, I'm probably going to say, right, I've still got another year to go. I don't know where I'm going to end up. I might end up buying somewhere else in the world and staying there. So I really don't know. I mean, this is the big move. This is the big one for me. But 2 years at least, and longer after that probably. Yeah, no, I've made some pretty big decisions in my life before. I think the most daunting thing that I'm looking at the moment is just selling the house. You know, that's the most frightening thing, because if I don't sell the house, then it's off. You know, I've got to do a drawdown on the pension or whatever, but I'll still have the house. And I don't want any ties back here at all, because even renting it out and, you know, getting the money in to do the travelling there, I'd much rather have the pot of cash that I can invest and then spend the interest on it. So that's quite daunting. Travelling has never worried me at all. Part of quite a few communities, HUBB International, the biking lot with Overland and all of that. Certainly all the scientists that are studying the whales and dolphins that I want to go and see. And when I went public on it a couple of weeks ago on Facebook, all of a sudden the offers start flooding in. Oh, you're coming here, you're coming there. Oh, do you want to go out to Tonga? Do you want to do this? Do you want to do that? So I'm pretty hopeful that that side of it I'm going to find exciting, but it's not going to worry me. I don't really plan that much for myself. I'm great at planning for other people, but for myself I don't really plan that much. And if I'm going to fork off, if I can use that phrase, I will fork off. I've got a website, so there'll be a blog on there as well. It's called www.atw80w.com. So that's atw80w.com, stands for Around the World in 80 Whales.com. So I'll just be putting a lot of background on there and uploading photographs, uploading the stories, and doing a lot of blogs up there as well. So come and join me.
Don't ride here. Ride here. Explore new horizons with Moto Freight. Proud sponsors of Under the Visor.